Hey there. Today I want to show you how to make your very own glitter cardstock, which is a technique I like to use when I have a lot of punching to do, and instead of punching out little shapes like these little hearts, which comes, by the way, from this heart-to-heart punch that I really like. So instead of punching every itty-bitty hearts and then glittering them, putting glue and then putting them in glitter, it's a very tedious task. So what I'd like to do instead is, I don't know if you can see it, my piece here is very glittery. And I did that using the heat and stick powder. So I'm going to show you how to do that. When I use my punches, I love to use my leftovers. And this, as you can see, is a leftover from the Daisy flower number 2 that I used to run through my Big Shot. And I have a whole bunch of those. And it's textured cardstock, but for today, to make the glitter paper, I think I'm going to be using the underside, which is a lot smoother. And I'm thinking that the heat and stick powder and actually the Versamark ink is going to stick better. So to do this, it's a very easy technique. You just take your Versamark pad and you make sure that you've got a good coverage. Make sure that you put a piece of paper underneath your cardstock so that you don't dirty too much your work surface. And now I'm going to use my heat and stick powder, which I put in those containers. It's very easy. I don't have to pick any little strands afterwards. I just dump it back in my Tupperware and it works perfectly. Now the real trick to this, for this method to work really well, is to heat your heat and stick powder, until it becomes sticky. If you overheat it, it's not going to work. The glitter is not going to adhere to it. So I apologize for the noise, but we're just going to heat that up. And as you can see, it's starting to turn translucent, which means that it's sticky. So as soon as it becomes sticky, you just stop heating that area and you move on to the next. The more you heat, in this case, the worse it gets. So now it's all sticky, as you can see. I don't know if you can see this properly. Here you go. And now we're going to dunk this. Rather, we're going to put the glitter all over it. Like so. Oops, sorry, off camera a bit. And now we're going to heat it up a second time so that the glitter sticks to the heat and stick powder. And again, it changes a bit. The color changes a little bit. It just becomes more vivid. And there you have it. You've got your very own glittery cardstock. Isn't that pretty? And now I like to wait a little bit so that it cools off. Make sure that all the glitter is properly adhered. And if you notice, as I pass my hand through it, I don't have glitter on my hands. Whatever I have here is from when I dunk my paper in. So it's amazing. It just sticks perfectly. And all I have to do is take my punch and punch beautiful glittery hearts. And it's a very even coating of glue and glitter. There's no bumps. It's just totally perfect. Love it. And there you have it. So I'm just going to show you the finished product. Okay, so I'm back with the finished product, and this is the first card that I made using that large heart from all my punched hearts. I have tons of them from that little piece that I showed you earlier, which is great. So I just added the heart over the body of this butterfly that I isolated it from the kaleidoscope, a piece of Kaleidoscope DSP. That's a new paperback that's in the catalog, and it's got gorgeous colors, and I just wanted that butterfly, so I was able to cut around it and added the heart and a little sentiment, thinking of you, and stuck it on a piece of, actually the card base is made with the Big's clear large scallop square die, if you can see it here, and here's the whole die. Basically what you do is you cut out a piece of cardstock 5x10, you score it in the middle, and instead of covering the whole die, the whole die rule that's under here, you just position the folded edge right underneath the top cutting line, so that way this part won't get cut, and you end up with a perfectly sized card base ready to use. I love this. I can't get enough of the scalloped edges. So this is the first one that I made, and then I made a second one using multiple hearts, multiple glittery hearts. So cute. Again, that piece of Kaleidoscope paper, and some of those hearts are dimensioned with Stampin' Dimensionals, just for added dimension. And so these are my two cards. And by the way, don't be afraid to use your punches with the glitter paper that you just made. I know there's glue under there, but by heating the heat and stick powder, the glue sort of dries up. So when you punch through with your punch, you're not going to damage anything. It just goes through like butter. I just love it. I would also try glittering on DSP paper, pattern paper. That would be lovely. Or even use colored glitter on white cardstock. That would be a fun idea to do. So it's really easy to do, and it's very versatile, and try your own stuff and see what you can come up with, and send me some pictures, you know, put some comments, and send me the link to your pictures. I'd love to look at your ideas. So I hope you enjoyed this little trick, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.